Hello friends, it's Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. How you doing today? Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me. I am excited to share with you some things I have listed in my Etsy shop over the last week or so. And so this is just going to be a quick video to share those items with you, and I hope everyone's doing well. And so let's just get started. Let's don't waste any time. So this is a book that I picked up at a thrift store, and I'm sure I showed it in one of my thrifty videos. It's the Happy Hollisters and Merry-Go-Round Mystery. This is what it looks like on the inside here, with this little picture of boys and girls kind of holding hands and running. But I guess it's an old, here's the inside here. There's a little name right here, and I try to take the pictures. When I take pictures from my Etsy, I try to take the pictures of anything that I see that, you know, somebody might want to know about. Like there's a name here. The binding is good on this one, but in the front, okay, so but here's the binding in the back. It's a little bit of a showing there as far as the cloth that's in the spine there. It's not really feeling like it's going to come apart. I don't want to pull on it too much, but it's not feeling like it's coming apart. It feels like it's together, but it is showing, so I guess it is starting to come apart there. You know, the actual book cover is in good shape, because I guess it's had this book dust cover on it for years, and so you can see the dust cover is rather worn, and the pages inside actually have been protected. And everything, copyright, size, everything's in my shop, so I'm not going to get into that. Like I said, I want this to be a quick video. This is one I think I showed in one of my videos quite a while ago now. And I was debating on what to do with it, but I went ahead and put it in my shop in case somebody wants it. It's an old grungy cover. If you want an old grungy cover, this might be the book for you. But it's Antique Collecting for Everyone, it's called. And this was kind of like, you could say, I guess you could say I got this at an estate sale. And the binding seems decent, like it's not torn or anything. I don't want to, you know, like flip these around too much, because they are some of these are pretty old, 40s, 50s, 60s type books. But like all that information, like I said, is in the listing. This one is to show you. I did put, you know, 10 pictures, I think, of every book in the listing, but you can see it's like you know, antique collector information. You know, the antiques here, like I would call these, you know, kind of like fancy antique type, real antique type things for real antique collectors. You know what I collect from thrift stores and antique stores. You've seen it. So not my type of antiques. Although I used to collect Depression glass, so that was kind of more, you know, maybe up this book's alley. But anyway, it's just an old book, no dust cover or anything. It is kind of a cool grungy cover, so there's that. Then this one is in there, Great Aunt Jane's Cook and Garden book. It kind of, actually, I was reading it as I was taking pictures, and it actually sounds interesting, but it also, this is the dust cover. And this dust cover is, you can see the book underneath. This cover is stuck to the book, and I wasn't going to peel it off or anything, because I think that would just, I don't know, maybe if someone did want this book, they would know how to get that cover off. I don't know if you can steam it or something, but that's not for me to do. I decided just to leave that to whoever might want to pick up this book. Here's the pages. And so, like, it's called Great Aunt Jane's Cook and Garden book. Now, isn't that interesting? So let me show you. It's 1976. So, like, it starts with the first season, January. Chilly for a snowy day are some of the, you know, this is the contents page. So this is, I guess, the title of the different chapters. The post-holiday blahs, sweet tater pies, puffs, and such. So, say you go to, what do you have in here? Like, do you have recipes or what? What is this book all about? That's what I was trying to figure out when I was taking the pictures. So here it is. It's kind of like, almost like story. Let's see, does it actually have any recipes? Yeah, so January, chilly for a snowy day. What do you do on a snowy day? The first thing I did when the snow began to fall on Monday was to put a pound of pink beans on to simmering it. So I think it's probably really an interesting book. If you want, if you can tell from that, almost 2 sentences I read there. I don't want to sit here and read to you on camera, on video. That's not what you came here for, I'm sure. But it sounds like it could be quite an interesting little book. So it's in my shop. This one probably is interesting for someone that has a sense of humor. The I Hate to Cook Almanac, a book of days, recipes, and relief for the reluctant cook and the harried house person. Author of the I Hate to Cook book, Peg Bracken. Here's a picture of her. She looks like she has a sense of humor, right? Here's her name. She put her name right on the front of the book. So you can see it's in good shape. Binding is all good. Here's the pages. And again, say, what is this book about? Well, it does have recipes in here. And then say, let's see if I can figure out. A day for an easy and extraordinarily good cake. My friend John mentioned a recipe for a chestnut cake he had acquired years ago from someone glamorous. I can't remember who. It was possibly, he said, the richest, most elegant, and best cake he ever tasted. So you have the recipes, and then you have some things to read along with your recipes, which are probably quite interesting and humorous at times. So, and there was an old credit card in here. I even left that in here. They were probably using it for a book marker, whoever had this. It's from 1985. So I thought that was kind of funny to just leave in there because it came in there. And so it's going to be in there when somebody gets that. It's no good. So what harm could it be, right? So this is a book, Treasure Island, a little book. It could be cute for a junk journal or a journal. And it's written, got pencil here. Let's see, I just saw some more writing. But again, I tried to take pictures of any writing I saw. I didn't look at every page, but it has a cute little font in here. There's a piece of a crayon, a drawing there, just a little connecting the dots or something that someone drew. But yeah, it has a lot of pictures, a lot of little black and white pictures, and it might just be a good book to read for, a young, teen or older elementary school child if they have to read Treasure Island for school or something. So, and here's another book, Weight Watchers Healthy Lifestyle. This, I just put in there. I have a few books that, out of this pile that I just put in there because I wasn't sure about them. I wasn't sure what to do with them. So I just figured, I never know what somebody might want. Somebody might want this book. So it is in there. It's a good sized book, but it probably has some, and I like the pages actually in here. I was tempted to cut this one apart myself because it has, all the pages have this yellow and, part on it. Let me show you. See, they all have that. And there's a few really cool pictures. Let me see, I just saw one. They have the colored pictures, but then there's some of these pictures at the beginning of a chapter. Let me see if I can find one for you. I did take a picture of at least one of those in my listing, so if I don't find one, you can see it like this right here. I thought those were pretty cool. Isn't it cool? It's like yellow. They all have this yellow with a black and kind of a black drawing or picture. So yeah, I thought that was really neat. So I was tempted to cut this apart, but I was like, no, let me put it in my shop. I really don't, I need to sell some of my recipe books because I've acquired too many. This National Geographic is in there. I have put a few in there and one already sold. So these go pretty quick. I only list them for $5. So if you, and a lot of my books, most of them are inexpensive unless I think they're, worth more than, then I list them for more. But September 1962, and I said, when I showed you these, I said, I only buy 60s and older when I see National Geographic graphics, because those have the coolest ads on the back. This one is Schaefer's Pens, and this little Illinois book is in there, and it was in old library book. Here's the little number from the library, and let me see, does it have a library card? No, it doesn't have a library card, but it's a really neat, has some really neat pictures of and information about Illinois. So very cool. I thought it was very cool. That's why I got it from my shop. This little bonnet is in there. This was from my hat that my aunt made me. And it was one of those crochet dolls. If you've ever seen one of those crochet dolls, it's like a pillow on the bottom and then the body, and it had arms and a head. And then it had this little hat on, and she actually had a stick pin through the hat to keep it into the hair of the doll. And just that, you know, I had used the doll for decoration in my house for a while when I first received it. And then I didn't anymore, and I put it in storage, and I should have put it in storage a little bit better, with a little bit better protection. But so the doll kind of got ruined pretty much. I mean, it did get ruined. And then, but the bonnet was okay. When I took it out of storage to look at it, I was like, well, I can't see the doll, but I can save this little bonnet. And I washed it, and it's, you know, I put it through my washer and dryer, so it came out just like this, nice and pretty and new looking. I mean, I've never done anything with it except let it sit around. So, you know, she gave it to me when I was an older, I think I was like 15 or older, or something like that. I might have been even 18. So, you know, it wasn't like I was into playing with dolls at that age. So anyway, it's a cute little bonnet if someone needs it for a hat for a doll. I know a lot of people make dolls and things, so cute little hat. These also are in there, 2 laces that I found recently. There's not a lot here, so, you know, there's only a couple yards on this one, but this is a real pretty one. So this is in there if you need any wide lace like this, and it's this pretty, you know, vintage looking color too. It's already like, looks like it's been coffee dyed, even though it hasn't. I didn't coffee dye it, that's how I got it. And this one is white with this yellow strip going through the middle. It looks like a ribbon woven through the middle. It's not, it's all one piece, but that's what it looks like, and I think it's really pretty. So that is in there. And then I did list some of these Nubby, I'm calling them Nubby crochet doilies, which I think that's what they are. And I have, most of them are, I call these squarish because they're not like exactly round. So they're squarish or roundish, whatever you want to go with. But I do have a couple of round ones that I listed separately. So, but I only had 2 round ones. This Rival cookbook is in there. And like I said, when I showed this is super cute. I thought it's English on this side, and you turn it over and it's French on this side. I believe that's French. Let me show you, unless it's Spanish. I'm not totally 100% sure, but let me see if I think it's Spanish. I really think it's French, but there you go. Whoever is more fluent in French or Spanish, you can tell from that, I'm sure. And then this rice bag, I did put in there burlap rice bag with the handle and the zipper, and it's a good size, and that the size and everything is in my shop. And I think that's everything except for these beauties that I acquired today. And I already put them in my shop. But yes, I picked these up today. And they are old file dividers. So they are old and they have been used. So let me show you. If you can see it, they're a very light greenish color. Like if you can see that light green. And they are from a commercial facility, I'm going to call it. So I'm going to call them commercial or industrial office supplies. And so it's not a file folder. It's just this, it was a divider, I guess. And you see the thing I really loved when I saw this, I was like, what is that? That is so cool. It has a black metal tab here, and that the numbers were in there. You know, I didn't put those in there or anything. And you can see they are worn. So my first thought was if I were using these, I would cut the tab off and use that. But you know, to each his own. Whoever wants to use it for whatever they want to use it for is what it'll be used for. But I mean, there's tape on some, and they've been bent, and I don't know how old they are. I know it's from a facility that has been around for many, 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 many years. Probably back in the, I don't know when I don't really know when it first came about, but it's let me just tell you, it's a county facility, so that can tell you how long it's been around. Probably since, who knows, 40s, 30s, I don't know. So maybe you've seen I've never seen these before, something like this. So I'm guessing, I put in my listing the 60s. I'm just guessing. But, I mean, it could be 70s. It could be 40s. 30s. So I really don't know how old these are. But I think they're really cool. So they're in my shop. So that's it for now. I don't like to show too much in these updates. I like them to be quick and, you know, boom, there you go. If you're still listening, I want to tell you that, let's see, this is going to go up tomorrow on Friday. So I'm going to go out of town. I'm going to be out of town for a few days. So if you want anything, I'm going to mail things. I'm going to be going out of town Saturday morning. So I'm going to be going out by the post office on my way out of town. So if you want anything from my shop, I would just ask you to go, you know, because I'm not going to be, I'm going to be opening my shop back up. I'm going to open it back up a few days before I get back, and then you'll be able to order, and then everything that's ordered from when I open it again until I'm able to mail, it'll be a few days. It won't, you know, it'll be a weekend anyway, pretty much. So, you know, my listings do say 1 business day. So, you know, Saturday and Sunday are not a business day really, but I do mail on Saturday usually anyway, even though it's not a business day. But next Saturday I won't be able to mail. I'll have to wait. I probably will open my shop on Friday again. And then anything that's purchased Friday or over the weekend, next weekend, not this weekend, next weekend, I can mail on Monday. But the only time I can mail between now and when I leave is this Saturday morning, which is, today's the 22nd, tomorrow's the 23rd, and Saturday's the 24th. So the 24th in the morning, first thing I can mail. But after that, I'm going to have to close my shop and or deactivate at least my listings except for my digitals and go from there. So, you know, not a big deal, you know, but if somebody wanted something, like if you were thinking, oh, I'm going to order this, you know, so I get it by October 31st, that, you know, I almost hate to go out of town, but, you know, we have to have a life, right? We have to have a life. So, you know, I got to be able to go out of town sometimes. So, anyway, that's enough explanation on that. I'm sure you get the point. And so everyone have a great week, and I will see you. I'll be doing videos probably while I'm gone. I'm going to be thrifting and stuff and having all kinds of fun. So I'll be popping in with whatever I'm doing. So thanks for watching. Everybody have fun and great weekend. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.